Hi guys. There are a lot of tarot readings on obviously different cold cases and things like that. And I see a lot of the Madeleine McCann ones coming up lately, and people are now linking the Madeleine McCann case to the my hair is all curly and sticking up. Um excuse me, linking the Madeleine McCann case to the JB Ramsey case and saying, is there similarities because, the families are suspicious in both cases. So I was just watching a video where the guy was discussing the two cases, and I was sitting there shuffling my own cards anyway. And while I was in the energy of the JB Ramsey case, I was asking questions and shuffling and pulling cards. And I decided to make a video and show you what I pulled. So the first question I asked was the family involved? And it's kind of crazy because I know this is a woman, or a man, sorry. This is the Two of Wands. I know this is a man, but they kind of said from the start that I think an expert did actually say that, if I remember correctly, that the handwriting was Patsy Ramsey's writing. Now this is a map in this case. This Viking is looking at the map and he's kind of making the choice of what direction to go, which is what the Two of Wands was about. But in this case, I see it as, here's the mother getting ready to write her ransom note, while the father and the son are making backstage plans and whatever to hide what has happened, So this totally said to me that the family were involved. I mean, there was no evidence that anyone else was involved anyway. She was found in the house, even though they said she's been taken or whatever, something similar to the McCann case. She's been taken, she's not here, but she was found in the basement. And then, like the McCann case, they continued to let everyone in, and the father moved the body and carried her up the stairs and contaminated everything, just like the McCann case. So this to me absolutely says the family were involved. Now I did ask, was it the son? Because the son from day one I thought was fierce creepy, and the card totally says what I was thinking. So it's the Five of Wands. Now the Five of Wands is normally a card of fighting. In this case, it's to do with how the Viking traditions were upheld until a certain century. Was it the 13th century or something? Wait, now I might get it because it's fascinating. Wands. Just want to see what it says. So it says the Five of Wands has always represented anger, chaos and confusion. This is not a happy card to receive. The old Viking ways as we knew them lasted up until the 11th century. I was close enough. They celebrated and worshipped the old gods of the Nordic pantheon. The rise of Christianity put an end to these beliefs. Anyone caught practicing the traditional ways was branded a witch and put to death. So this is a witch being put to death for practicing the old traditions, even though Christianity had taken over. The rune which is above her head it looks like an eye. It's Isa. It means external obstacles and difficulties to be overcome. Now this totally screams to me of the son being completely jealous of his sister having all the attention, what with all the pageants she was put into, and him feeling angry. This is totally an angry face in this card, so him feeling angry and left out and wanting attention from the parents. So did the son kill her? They always said maybe he did it by accident and the parents covered it up, but I don't think it was an accident. That's just my opinion. Okay. Not fact. I'm in Ireland. That happened in America, obviously. So yeah, my opinion. But this totally screams to me that it was Burke. Now I did ask, did the parents then cover it up? And I pulled the Lovers, and this is a beautiful Four of Wands. So yes, they made a choice in order to keep their family stable and happy and loving, looking like it was loving, um, and to carry on that kind of facade, I suppose you could say. Um, the son was, I don't know how old he was, I forget. He was young enough. Was he 10 or 12 or something at the most at the time? Um, so I do feel like they did it, obviously to keep him out of trouble and all the rest of it, but like, you know, despicable. So did they cover it up? Yes, I would say yes. They wanted to carry on as normal as if nothing had happened. And then I got the 10 of Swords, and unlike the normal 10 of Swords where it's the guy with the 10 swords in his back, this is just a graveyard. So yeah, they buried things, evidence, whatever. They buried the truth. They kept things hidden. They put things to rest, I would often say, when it comes to the 10 of Swords. Because if you think about it, when a person's buried, they're laid to rest. So this is Swords, this is the mind. So anything that was on their mind, they put it to the back of their minds. They buried it, in order to carry on and look like the happy family still, even though their daughter was murdered. Then I just asked for any more information just to kind of finish out the reading, and I stated that I was going to pull 3 cards, and I have the 6 of Pentacles, which to me would state that someone was in a position of needing to give a pep talk every now and again, just to rally the troops and keep them focused, keep them from spilling any beans, from saying anything that would kind of lead to them being caught out. This is the the leader of the war. Can't think of words. Trying to keep the troops focused and trying to keep them motivated. And they're all clearly, if you see the faces on them, they're all ready to fight and ready to fight for the cause. But I would see it in this case as someone needing to keep everyone in check and make sure no one was going to blab. And then we have the Star card, but in this case it's a god having lifted a ship out of the ocean to save it from this big dragon. So again, there probably was times where things came at them that could have drowned them in the sea, could have got them caught, but there was always someone there ready to save them. And then this is the 3 of Pentacles. Now normally it's 3 people and it's about teamwork, and again, the mother, the father and the brother. It's about teamwork and everyone working together to work on something. Here it's just one person, but I do feel like it's just, again, someone had to keep the head down and just keep chipping away and keep working away and keep acting like nothing had happened, in order for them to be kept out of, it's probably Burke actually, in order for them to be kept out of prison. So that's the 9 cards I pulled. Just on the bottom of the deck again, it's the 3 of Wands. We've 3 people, and again they're standing and they're watching and they're keeping an eye on. I often see the 3 of Wands as waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for more information to come in before you make a decision and before you kind of move forward with something. But in this case, it's just them kind of keeping the heads down, keeping covered up, keeping a low profile, and just watching what's going on around them, making sure that there wasn't anything or anyone coming too close to them that might catch them out. So that's my reading on JB Ramsey. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Bye.